Hey everyone and welcome. So today we're diving into something you probably see all the time but maybe don't think about too much, medical scrubs. But trust me, this isn't just about a simple uniform. We're going to explore the entire fascinating journey, from just a spark of an idea all the way to the high-tech gear that ends up in the ICU. Let's get right into it.
You know, when you picture scrubs, you probably think of something simple, kind of boxy, maybe a standard blue, right? Well, it turns out the modern scrub is an incredibly technical piece of apparel. Creating one is this amazing balancing act between fashion, serious function, and, believe it or not, some really complex supply chain challenges.
And all this complexity, it's really signaling a whole new age for scrubs. The entire industry is shifting, big time. It's not just about a basic uniform anymore. It's about creating apparel that can actually keep up with the insane demands on modern healthcare pros, and just as important, the health of our planet.
And you know, this push for change is coming from everywhere. On one hand, you've got hospitals that need to meet their ESG goals. That's environmental, social, and governance, so ethical sourcing is a total must-have. Then on the other hand, the medical professionals who are actually wearing the scrubs are more eco-conscious than ever before. This creates this huge opportunity for brands that can actually deliver on both of those promises.
Okay, so to really get what's happening in this market, we have to look at two very different types of buyers. First, you've got the ambitious startup founder who's trying to build a cool new brand from scratch. And second, you've got the strategic hospital procurement manager who's trying to outfit an entire institution. They both want amazing scrubs, but their day-to-day problems, well, they're worlds apart.
All right, let's break this down a bit. The startup founder, they're all about building a unique brand. They need custom designs, special labels, and the flexibility to test things out without ordering a mountain of inventory. Their biggest headache? Those super high MOQs, or minimum order quantities from most factories. Meanwhile, the hospital manager is focused on two things: consistency and reliability. They need thousands of scrubs that are the exact same color, made from fabric that can survive brutal industrial laundering, and they need a supplier who can guarantee that inventory will be there always.
So you've got two buyers with completely different problems. How does one manufacturer solve both? Well, this is where the modern manufacturing partner really becomes a hero. They've basically built a whole toolkit of solutions designed to meet the needs of both the scrappy startup and the massive institution.
First up in the toolkit is private label manufacturing. Now, this is the secret weapon for startup founders. It basically means you don't have to own a factory. You can partner with a manufacturer who handles all the nitty-gritty production, the patterns, the stitching, sourcing the fabric, while you get to focus on the fun stuff, building your brand and marketing your unique vision.
And remember that huge headache we just talked about? Well, here's the solution: a low MOQ, or minimum order quantity. I'm telling you, finding a manufacturer who's willing to produce a smaller number of units is an absolute game changer. It lets a new brand test out different styles and manage their cash flow without getting totally buried in unsold product. And of course, a massive piece of the solution is the fabric itself. To meet all those sustainability demands, manufacturers are offering these incredible new materials. We're talking about recycled polyester that's literally made from plastic bottles, super soft bamboo viscose, and really comfortable organic cotton blends. But here's the best part: they're not just good for the planet, they are high-performance materials built for the chaos of a hospital. And that performance aspect is absolutely key. Modern scrubs have four-way stretch for total freedom of movement during a wild 12-hour shift. They've got antimicrobial finishes to help inhibit bacterial growth and moisture-wicking tech to keep you cool under pressure. And for our hospital procurement manager, that last point is critical. Fabrics that are literally engineered to withstand industrial-strength washing machines day in and day out.
Customization is really where a brand gets to come to life. A great manufacturing partner can handle everything. We're talking developing unique fits, perfectly matching your brand-specific Pantone color, taking care of all the logo embroidery and labeling, and even providing sustainable packaging. This is how you create a product that is truly 100% yours.
Okay, so that's the manufacturer's toolkit. But how do all these pieces actually come together? How do you go from a dream to reality? Let's walk through the 5-step journey that takes a simple sketch and turns it into a finished product arriving right at your door.
The whole process is actually pretty straightforward. It all starts with you just sharing your vision. It can be as simple as a sketch or a photo. From there, the manufacturer creates a digital mock-up and a quote. Now, step 3 is so important. You get a physical sample to hold and feel so you can approve everything from the fit to the fabric. Once you give that thumbs up, bulk production kicks off with quality checks at every single stage. And finally, your finished scrubs are shipped right to you.
So, let's say you're ready. You're fired up to launch your brand or outfit your hospital. How do you actually choose the right partner in all of this? Well, this final section is a little checklist to help you make a really smart decision.
Here's what you should be looking for. First, can they scale with you? From that first small test order all the way up to huge bulk shipments. Make sure they have a real, genuine commitment to sustainable sourcing and premium quality. And just as important, you want transparent communication and in-house expertise. You want a team that can help take your vision and turn it into a real, amazing garment.
You know, this quote really gets to the heart of what it should be all about. The best manufacturers don't just see you as another order number. They act as a real partner, someone who's truly invested in helping you build a successful, long-lasting brand, whether you're a tiny startup or a national hospital system.
So we'll leave you with this to think about. We've seen scrubs evolve from these simple uniforms into technical, sustainable, and even stylish apparel. As technology and materials keep advancing, what's next? What amazing innovations will the medical professionals of tomorrow be wearing? Thanks so much for joining us.